Hi, this is Omar Qureshi, continuing to celebrate the 7th anniversary of Zoom with the best and the brightest of Bollywood. And today we are sitting with the topmost actress of all, Katrina Kaif herself. Welcome, Katrina. Always a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Katrina wasn't too happy with you doing the song in Bodyguard. Is that true?
Yeah, of course. I hope that, something.
Katrina, how does it feel? Like you've set a benchmark for everyone, Every new actress is compared to you.
I don't know if it's that they want to be me. I've not heard any of these three ladies say that they want to be me.
What was the link up with Ranbir all about? You guys are dating.
I probably don't have an answer that's right for me to speak on a public platform.
There's a lot of speculation about your friendship with Salman, You were a couple.
It was me who said it first, by the way. I am single. He's also single. I think both me and Salman have always kept our equation kind of private. It's the way he was happy and the way I was happy. The equation is different today.
Katrina, tell me, you've been associated with Zoom for, I think, ever since you came into the industry. So what is your take on Zoom? It's been 7 years.
Yes, I remember. If you remember that you started out, Zoom launched with some like a music video, they had like 10 music videos that used to play, something like that. And I remember that they had asked me at that time, this is like some years back now, they'd asked me that time to do it. And I was like, oh, I don't know about doing videos. And so yeah, I've had a fairly long, interesting association since the time it started. Obviously, I mean, for us actors, we do have our moments where, you'll be flipping a TV at night and you catch one, breaking news, clippings of, this drama which is going on. But apart from those, few instances where you're like, yeah, okay, I think it's a fun channel. And, it's keeping everyone kind of up to date with the business of the industry, with the films, with the reviews. And it's, for the most part, it's in a fairly harmless way. As I said, and I've even mentioned it to you from time to time. Luckily, I mean, fewer rather than more times that, okay, I thought this story was a little off or they shouldn't have done it. But for the most part, I think it is an entertaining channel. And, even if I've been out of town for a while, you watch it and you come to know what's been going on in the week. Or if I want to catch an event which, some colleagues have done, you're likely to see it on the channel. It's up to date. So I think that they've been doing a really good job.
Yeah, and the one word that comes to mind when I think of Zoom?
It was me who said it first, by the way. But I think Omar is synonymous with Zoom. And I think, I don't know, I think that's the first word for a lot of us. I know other people have started taking my line, but
Salman copied you.
Did he?
Yeah. Tell me, Katrina, when you first came into the industry, they said, oh, another pretty face. Can she act? We are not sure. And then, movies like Rajniti and New York, just put the stamp on and you won all the awards and, the appreciation, the acclaim.
Everyone I feel has their own journey and has their own destiny in the film industry. There are some people who, if you go to see, they'll come in with, the most amazing launch and right away, declared next superstar. And people can think that, oh, that may be an easier route, rather than a route where I've come in, which, you take small steps to getting recognition. But, I think both ways have their ups and downs because you have to, basically what you're here to do is to fight for your recognition and to build a place for yourself, which is of some security, where you're in a position that people are thinking of you when they're writing for a film, or they're thinking that, no, only she can do this, or she would be best in this role. That is the ideal position to be in.
Today you're one of the leading actresses, in fact, the leading actress, in Bollywood. You came in determined that I'm going to make it, or you said I'm going to try my luck and let's see what happens?
Neither. See, trying your luck is kind of like, yeah, okay, let me just come here and have a bit of fun, which was definitely not my intention, and nor was my intention that, oh, I can see, I want to be, this huge star and I'm going to fight for it. Neither was actually in my mind. It just seemed like a wonderful, fascinating industry. I had felt that I had achieved everything that I wanted to out of modeling, and I was getting offers in films. And so I kind of walked into it a little bit tentatively, trying to kind of say, let me just check it out.
How was it growing up in a house with 6 sisters? I mean, do they look up to you, idolize you, like Katrina?
Oh, no, they don't. I think in that sense, it's kind of a bit of both. I think there is a certain amount of responsibility that I think that I'm aware now that I have. I know that in a certain way. I have a family which is dependent on me or depending on me. They're all strong. They all are incredibly intelligent. But when we all do get together, it is really nice. Those are the times that I miss. And, it's also kind of nice to see how, there is a whole other world out there, and, they're surviving and they're doing great and they're flourishing. It's not just, the film industry world.
One of your sisters, Isabella, is also planning to get into movies. Has she signed something?
No, she's actually not here. So there were a few misreports that she had come and she was looking for, or she was trying to get into the industry here, which is not correct. She's currently living in New York. She's been studying for the last few years. She has done her acting training and acting course, but she's not yet come here. She still has yet to decide, I think, fully. I'm hoping she does, and if that is where she. If here is where she wants to work or to come, then obviously now I think I have some great friends and know some wonderful people that obviously would probably be a bit easier for her.
Yeah, there's a lot of speculation about your friendship with Salman. You did this song in Bodyguard, and you're doing a movie with him, Ek Tha Tiger. So what exactly is it that you share?
Salman is someone who I've known since I was 18. When I came here, I've known him, I've known his family, and obviously if you've known someone for that long, and if you've been able to sustain an equation with somebody, then even though that equation may change, I mean the nature of it may change, and I think it's been pretty well documented that our equation did go through a change or has gone through a change, but beyond that, it doesn't mean that you're not there for that person, or that person is not important in your life, or that that person does not care about you anymore. I think it's become a little bit unfortunate that I think that people are looking. I've heard this from people, oh, I can't understand, what the equation is. I mean, but why? When you've what is there which is complex about it? When you've been part of been close with someone for so long, and an equation changes, but you can find a different space with that person. You can find a friendship with that person. And I think that's something which I've come to realize is really important. And if you're not able to have that, then there's something wrong. Then there is something amiss. Otherwise, you're just going to go through. I mean, you're going to go through life having experiences which end and are bad. I mean, that's not the way it should be.
When you say equation changing, means you were a couple.
See, I think both me and Salman have always, from the beginning, kind of kept our equation kind of private. It's the way. He was happy and the way I was happy. But I think, having said that, I think there's been enough documented or enough gone on down to say that, I have said that now, I think it was now some time back now that I am single. He's also single. The equation is different today. But I think, the fact that we are friends, we are able to work together in a film.
Great.
We've done a schedule. It's great fun on the sets. Everyone's having a really nice time, and I think the funniest thing is people are so wary, but the fact of the matter is but I think that I'm very happy that we're able to have that comfort level and that we've remained friends.
Well, that's great. Tell me, there was talk, I think, in some newspapers that Katrina wasn't too happy with you doing the song in Bodyguard. Is that true?
The way I see it is, and I genuinely believe this, that a person like Katrina, from whatever little I know of her, and I will be honest, I don't know her that well. I don't think she's capable of being insecure.
What was the link up with Ranbir all about? I mean, there was a lot of talk that you guys are dating, and would you like to comment?
I think the thing is that we did two really wonderful films together, and to me, I think they're two of my most special films, Ajab and Rajniti, both obviously very different. And when you're working with someone in that space, it was, some time that you are spending together, and then the release, the promotion, and so on and so forth. I think it's natural, but I think, there's all this speculation, and then there was a lot of talk in between, and everyone kind of getting on board to comment. I don't think that's particularly fair to anyone involved. Okay. I think he's been a great co-star, and I think we've both been there in each other's lives, during the period that we were working together, or if we will work together again. And I think he's been a great guy, and he's been pretty good on the sets with everyone, and his interactions that I've seen him deal with people. I think that he's a good guy, and he's doing what he's doing. He's going about his life.
You guys never dated?
No, I mean, I think that I've seen it's not right. I mean, we've always been friends, and I think all the speculation kind of just got blown out of proportion and probably made it awkward for everyone. But you know, as I said, it's just something you have to ignore and just kind of move on.
It comes with the territory, I guess.
It comes with the territory, yeah.
Yeah. Right now, you said you're single.
I
not
am.
looking to date anyone, or
See, looking to date is not gonna help anything because you can look all you want, but if you don't find, you're just looking, and that's pretty pointless.
Yeah.
But I think whoever I speak to or friends, they always say that looking for love is not ever advisable. It'll come when it needs to. It'll come when it has to. Of course, I think everyone wants to have that someone special and have that love in their life, and I do feel that it is very important. I think you do feel the loss when it's not there, and yeah, of course I hope that something works out.
But Katrina, you are Katrina Kaif, top of her game, gorgeous, successful. I think you can have the world at your feet.
But I'm not. I don't seem to be able to find this aspect though.
And you're a romantic. You're a self-confessed
Yes.
romantic. So I mean, why aren't the bells ringing?
I don't know. I guess that's part of the. That's part of the amazing, I guess, scenario that life can present you, is that you can, when you're going to be the position where you think that, okay, if I reached here, then I will have everything that I want and everything will be perfectly according to plan. And then, I mean, I've been so blessed, and I really do. I thank God every day for how much I've been able to, how much He's given me in my career. And then you realize that, okay, there's something which is missing. And I guess that's just the way it is.
Do you get lonely at times?
I do think, yeah. I think it is a very, very, very lonely place to be in sometimes, because what happens is you find yourself on the set for 12 to 13 hours in a day, surrounded by people. But the fact remains that no matter how fond you can be of those people, or how much love they give you, or how nice they are, everyone's still going home to their respective families. True. So you're still going home to that, to that house, and you are still alone. And I think that the difference between so many people and then nobody is vast. So sometimes I think you feel it slightly more. But having said that, I do have really good friends, and I've got some lovely people who I'm very fortunate, to kind of be there as a support system. So,
your ideal man?
No idea. I guess you'll know it when it feels right. I guess.
How important is marriage as an institution to you?
I think like for me, my view on that is very basic, to be honest. There's no real for it or against it strong belief that I have. I just believe that, in an ideal situation, I think one gets married, and then hopes, obviously, if you're going to have children or something, it's a more secure environment for the child to grow up in. Because for us growing up without a father, I've always felt that was a little bit of an off balance, So I think from that aspect, but other than that, each to their own, yeah. If you're happy in a relationship and someone doesn't feel the need to get married, then, probably, my philosophy is pretty basic. I think that a relationship should eventually, or ideally does eventually, end up in marriage.
You always said I'm not part of any camp. You always said that and maintained that, and you proved it now by signing a movie with Shahrukh. You've not done a movie with him. How was it working with him, or getting to work with him?
The film is going to go on the floor, I think, in the next few months, which is being directed by Yash Chopra, and I think it's exactly what you said. Yeah, I don't really understand this camps thing, and I really don't think it exists. There are some people who are better friends with other people, but at the end of the day, you're here to work, and he's been a lovely gentleman to me whenever I've met him at a party or at a function. And I'm really looking forward to working with him. I think from whatever I've heard and whoever has been on a set with him, they say that he's unbelievable, to his co-stars and the way he helps them, and, even helps them better their performance. And I think that's I'm really excited about doing a film with Mr. Yash Chopra, B, a film with Shahrukh Khan, of course, and it being a love story, which is something which, in a serious note, I've not really fully done.
So, Katrina, how does it feel? Like, you set a benchmark for everyone, every new actress is compared to you. Like, whether it's a Jacqueline Fernandez who tries to make it, is trying to make it in Bollywood, whether it's a Zareen Khan who's compared to you. Like, everyone wants to be you. Even a Nargis Fakri is like, being compared to you now in some way.
I don't know if it's that they want to be me. I've not heard any of these three ladies say that they want to be me. I think it's just whether they like it or not. I think the media is choosing to make a comparison if they want to, which I don't think is right. I mean, I know all the people who you're talking about, and I think they're all very different individuals, and they each have something which they bring to the table, which is very different from me. And I don't think it's fair on them or on anyone really to make the comparison, because
makes you feel good.
No, it doesn't actually. I'd rather they just, I'd rather like the media just kind of let them be on their own and let me be on my own, because I can imagine it must be uncomfortable from time to time. And I think they're all beautiful girls who have their own identity, and I see them as very, very different and strong individuals. So.
Katrina, some quick one-liners. Okay, the worst movie you've done so far?
No, I love all my movies. I will never do that to any of my movies.
Your biggest fashion disaster?
Oh, I'm all the time wearing wrong things and dressing up very badly.
One overrated Bollywood actor or actress?
I don't think it's fair to say anyone's overrated.
One thing you would change about yourself if you could?
I would be fearless.
Your greatest fear?
Probably being alone. I think that's
being alone. One actor you'd like to kiss?
I don't know.
A role done by a contemporary you wish you had done?
Kamine.
Your favorite Bollywood real-life couple?
I think Saif and Katrina.
Your favorite co-star?
All of them.
A rumor about yourself you wish was true?
I don't know, yeah.
I know the answer to the next one. Your favorite movie?
He is Gone with the Wind.
A role closest to the real Katrina?
It's probably the role which I've done now in Mere Brother Ki Dulhan.
A Hollywood actor you would like to work with?
Robert Pattinson.
The best and worst part of being an actor?
Best is, I mean, just the whole industry. I mean, being, getting love from people, being in a position where people want you, and you feel needed. Worst, the stress, the hours, pressure.
If you were not an actor, you would be?
Marketing person. I don't know.
Author?
No, I don't think I'd make a good writer.
Now, what stars say and what they mean.
Okay.
Yeah? Please don't ask me personal questions.
And I probably don't have an answer that's right for me to speak on a public platform.
Yes, I'm getting Hollywood offers.
If they really are, I mean, that's damn good, but I don't get any Hollywood offers, so.
I look good because I eat right and work out regularly.
If they do look good, then they either are eating right and working out regularly, or they're not doing anything and they just do look good, but they don't want to be arrogant about it.
I don't believe in the numbers game.
I think that's genuine, because, after a while, I don't think that we're all a bunch of robots just climbing after some sort of, race to a particular position.
I love the media for their support.
I do not so much love the media at all.
This is a very different film. I've never played a character like this.
If it is a different film, then it is a different film. I mean, that you can normally say.
We are cordial when we meet.
Then means you don't really have a friendship, but when you meet each other, you do genuinely say, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
How are you? And you have a warm, genuine smile.
Yeah.
But there isn't like, hey, let's go out for a drink on Friday night.
I'm very choosy, so I'm waiting for the right script.
Not getting good offers.
We are just friends.
They don't want to talk about it.
And finally, a 7 sense check with you. The 7 deadly sins. Lust. Have you ever lusted after anyone?
Whoever has, been that special kind of person in my life, it's come under the same thing. There's not really.
So you have to have all those feelings for.
I think everything has to come together.
Gluttony. One food item you can't resist. Yeah?
Like a whole box of Cinnabons.
Greed. Have you ever done a role just for the money?
No. That I can honestly say.
Anger. One person who's angered you the most.
Ooh. Yeah, some people have angered me, but I shall not take their names.
Envy. Someone you envy?
Just seems so happy and so at peace in life. I think I envy that stability.
Pride. You think it's a sin?
No. I think it's something very important, and I think people are very lucky if they have it.
And finally, sloth. Are you guilty of laziness?
I don't think so. I don't know though.
Thank you so much, Katrina. Such a pleasure as always.
Thank you.